Hey, hey, what's going on, Gino? Welcome back, my man. Hey, thank you, sir. I appreciate you jumping back in. Yeah, we're going back to the baseball. And the first week for the baseball, we actually ended up hitting a Charlie Sheen. So we ended up hitting a Wild Thing from the Cleveland Guardians. So we haven't seen baseball in a couple weeks. So, no, yeah, I hear you, Gino. I hear you. Uh, when it rains, it pours, right? So some weeks are better than others, but I've been there. I've been on the other side of it as well. And some weeks I would win multiple of the spots, right? And then I would win multiple jerseys or even things like baseball bats, signed baseballs. So when it rains, it pours, you know. All right, it's 9 o'clock. We'll give it a few minutes just to see if anybody else trickles in. I see we're up to 4 or 5 people now. So how's everybody doing? Hey, what's going on, Bobby? From New York. All right. Yeah, I'm not too far from Chicago. It's 10 here. For sure, for sure. All right, New York state of mind. Probably how long you been in New York? Gotcha, Gino. Yeah, not too far away. Connecticut. All right, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I was born downtown Chicago and then raised in the suburbs, so I got a lot of respect for East Coast, New York, Connecticut. I got respect for it. I took a road trip there a few years ago. Went up and down the East Coast, and man, some of the scenic views. There's a lot of good things about New York. Can't say I'm as familiar with Connecticut, but Gino will have to educate me on it. All right, guys, I won't keep you waiting. We'll do a couple more minutes and we'll dive in here. So, oh, gotcha, Bobby. So, all right, you married right into it. So, at least your wife's not too far away. So when I met my wife, she was a Chicago White Sox fan, and I was like born and raised a Cubs fan, and I was born on the north side of Chicago, so naturally Cubs fan, and then raised on the south side in the suburbs, and took a lot of flack as a kid because of the White Sox. And then when the White Sox ended up winning in 2005, man, I couldn't hear the end of it, right? But as of late, maybe not this last year or the year before, but with the Cubs winning the World Series not too long ago, it wasn't too bad. But I actually converted my wife from a Chicago White Sox fan to a Chicago Cubs fan. So I hear you, Bobby. I hear you. It's never too late, right? We'll show them the we'll show them the light. So as we're waiting for a few more people maybe to trickle in, and then we'll dive right into it. Um, I just want to kind of plug for the Facebook group. I know that we're up to about 12 people now for the Facebook group. We're actually entering week 4 for our breaks this week. So right here on the wall, you can see kind of everything that we're set up for. Obviously for the YouTube, we're on Instagram as well as Facebook. We're up to about 12 people now on the Facebook group, which doesn't seem like a lot, but from where we started, I consider that to be a pretty big win. And why I'm plugging the Facebook group is I would like to do very, very soon, like a customer appreciation, just kind of give back to everybody for helping me start out here. If you haven't watched the introductory video for Call Your Shot Sports Breaks, I'm a one-man show. This is not like a brick and mortar. I'm a high school math teacher with a passion for sports. I want to give back to people that are joining the group just to kind of give a sense of thank you. So free of charge. If you join the Facebook group, you can even join tonight. It is a private Facebook group, but everybody that requests to jump in, I will accept them. I'm hoping to give out at least one of these items in the next like a week or two, just as a thank you, and I will break them kind of live on screen on YouTube. So I've got some 2020 illusions. I know I talked about it for about 2 weeks now. So if you're not new to the breaks, you've heard me say this before, but there's some Tua rookies, there's Joe Burrow rookies, I think there's Justin Herbert rookie in there, and there's been some pretty crazy things that came out. So even though it's a small pack, who knows what it contains, and free of charge. I've seen the Joe Burrow rookies out of here go for like $1,000 on eBay. So, that would be something I'd be willing to give away. Same thing, 2020 playbook, they got the same rookies in there, and then some baseball. So depending on kind of how many people are in there, I'd like to do this, just kind of as a thank you. I really want to shout out everybody for jumping back into the breaks, especially the returning people from last week or the week before. I got quite a few messages from people. I know I reached out. Hey, what's going on, Darren? A few people reached out as well as I reached out to them. I had some good conversations today, and some people with some really good vibes, and thank you for that. I'm not like I said, more than a one-man show, and to have that positivity from people, really is going to keep me going, and especially since I just started as like a dream of mine to get this going. I do appreciate it. So if you guys want to jump into the Facebook group, that would be awesome. Like I said, we'll have some freebies in there just for people, just as a thank you. And that would be a natural thing that I can throw into your breaks. If you end up winning something, I can just throw it in there, or, just by itself. It's also a really good way for me to get information out to people, kind of like what's coming the next week, or if there's any issues. I'll have to apologize for last night. I don't know if you guys know, I tried to send a message out, but eBay was actually acting up all day. And I didn't know until late at night. I didn't actually end up seeing everybody's orders and everything being completed until like 10 p.m. Central. So I was having a hard time kind of keeping up with sending out invoices and things like that. Normally I'm right on top of it, but I couldn't see anything from my end. So we're naturally right on Facebook. I just threw it out there and let people know. So if you guys want to jump into Facebook, that'll be a natural place for me to keep you guys in the loop. And I'm really big on transparency. I know some people are new to the break this week, so shout out to the new people that are here. But I'm really big on transparency, so I don't want you to be guessing like what's going on. I pride myself in my communication and the transparency of things. So in terms of the breaks, we did really well this week. I was really proud of everybody that came through. We actually only had 3 teams in both the breaks that didn't sell. So for transparency purposes, for you guys, so you guys know, in the baseball break, which is going to be the 2024 Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey from Series 5, we had 3 teams that didn't sell. In this case, it were the Rockies, the Royals, and the Padres. Everything else actually ended up selling. So in the case that one of those teams hit, then we'll do something about it if there were one of those unsold teams actually ends up hitting. In terms of the Gold Rush autographed football jersey, which is the black bag edition, we also had 3 teams that did not end up selling. So we had the Cardinals, we had the Chargers, and we had the Titans. Yeah, thanks, Darren. Thanks for always being so positive. Darren's been with us from day one. So, Darren, I appreciate you quite a bit. So thanks for all your positivity. We're going to get right into it here today. So we're going to start with the black bag. I think we're going to get right into it with that, and then we'll end off with the baseball. So just as a friendly reminder for all the new people, I know I say it every week, but again, for transparency purposes, eBay requires that we mark every single order as shipped, regardless of whether they hit a jersey or not. The team that ends up hitting the jerseys tonight in the black bag edition, as well as the baseball, in addition to being marked as shipped on eBay, you also receive a tracking number. So that's how you'll know that you actually end up hitting the item. Generally speaking, I'd like to get the item out the